Harvard University, here again, they talk about how to teach executive function skills, and there are those three types. We talked about working memory, mental flexibility, and inhibition or self-control. And really, the Harvard University, their studies on executive functioning, they fall back on what parents can do to really facilitate development of young children's executive function skills. And these are the same things we can do in our classrooms. You facilitate this by establishing routines, right? If we have an established routine, then it will allow us to not have to rely so much on working memory for things being different every day, but maybe we can shift some things within that routine every once in a while to facilitate mental flexibility. And if we have the routine established, then I don't have to focus too much on my self-control. I know what to do, and I can think about inhibition as a one-piece aspect. If I just change one thing in the routine, then I have an opportunity to really target my inhibition in trying to make it be the routine that I was used to, right? They also talk about modeling social behavior. And again, I would suggest that video self-modeling is probably going to be your strongest or best bet for outcomes with our children with autism in modeling social behavior and providing opportunities for social behavior interactions, and creating and maintaining supportive, reliable relationships. Every one of us, every one of you has the capacity to really provide individuals a good, trustworthy, mutual respect relationship. If you'll take the time to establish that relationship with those children, that will give them a framework of what that should feel like and how they need to interact in those relationships in order to then sustain those personal relationships when they're not in our classrooms any longer. I always used to say when I worked as a private speech therapist, the number one thing that I do and spend time on with every one of my clients that came through was just to focus on time to establish a rapport. Establish the routine and establish a rapport, because then everything I want to teach after that will come so much easier. I won't be battling and like trying to gain their trust constantly if I'll take some time in the first few visits or the first few sessions or the first few weeks just to really establish a good relationship with that individual. And then I can teach everything from there much more efficiently. So I'm giving you permission to take some time at the beginning of your school year to really establish a relationship with those individuals and create some enjoyment in your classroom, and joy and connection. And that will not only be focusing on teaching an executive function skill, but also help the remainder of your school year go much more smoothly.